Unit 4, Describing the Capabilities of Microsoft Compliance Solutions. By the end of this unit, you should be able to differentiate Microsoft Service Trust Portal and privacy principles. Determine the compliance management capabilities of Microsoft Purview. Explain information protection, data lifecycle management, and data governance capabilities of Microsoft Purview, and describe the insider risk, eDiscovery, and audit capabilities of Microsoft Purview. Lesson 1, Differentiating Microsoft Service Trust Portal and Privacy Principles. Introduction. Microsoft Cloud services are built on a foundation of trust, security, and compliance. The Microsoft Service Trust Portal provides a variety of content, tools, and other resources about Microsoft security, privacy, and compliance practices. Microsoft also helps organizations meet their privacy requirements, with Microsoft Priva. Priva helps organizations safeguard personal data and build a privacy-resilient workplace. In this unit you'll learn about the Service Trust Portal and resources it provides, including audit reports, security assessments, and compliance guides that enable organizations to manage compliance. You'll learn about Microsoft's commitment to privacy and its privacy principles. Lastly, you'll learn about Microsoft Priva, which helps organizations meet their privacy goals. Topic 1, Service Trust Portal Offerings. This topic introduces the Microsoft Service Trust Portal, a centralized resource for accessing compliance documentation, audit reports, and data protection information. It helps organizations understand how Microsoft secures customer data and meets regulatory requirements. Service Trust Portal Offerings. Microsoft Cloud services are built on a foundation of trust, security, and compliance. The Microsoft Service Trust Portal provides a variety of content, tools, and other resources about Microsoft security, privacy, and compliance practices. Service Trust Portal. The Service Trust Portal, STP, is Microsoft's public site for publishing audit reports and other compliance-related information associated with Microsoft's cloud services. How to access Service Trust Portal. To access some of the resources on the Service Trust Portal, you must log in as an authenticated user with your Microsoft Cloud Services account, Microsoft Entra Organization account, and review and accept the Microsoft Non-Disclosure Agreement for compliance materials. Service Trust Portal Content Categories. Certifications, Regulations, and Standards. The Certification, Regulations, and Standards section of the STP provides a wealth of security implementation and design information with the goal of making it easier for you to meet regulatory compliance objectives by understanding how Microsoft Cloud services keep your data secure. Reports, white papers, and artifacts. This section includes general documents relating to the following categories: BCP and DR, business continuity and disaster recovery. Pen test and security assessments, attestation of penetration tests and security assessments conducted by third parties. Privacy and data protection, privacy and data protection resources. FAQ and white papers and answers to frequently asked questions. Industry and regional resources. This section includes documents that apply to the following industries and regions. Financial services, resources elaborating regulatory compliance guidance for FSI, by country/region. Healthcare and life sciences, capabilities offered by Microsoft for healthcare industry. Media and entertainment industry resources. United States government, resources exclusively for U.S. government customers. Regional resources, documents describing compliance of Microsoft's online services with various regional policies and regulations. Resources for your organization. This section lists documents applying to your organization, restricted by tenant, based on your organization's subscription and permissions. Additional, My Library. Use the My Library feature to add documents and resources on the Service Trust Portal to your My Library page. This lets you access documents that are relevant to you in a single place. To add a document to your My Library, select the ellipsis menu to the right of a document and then select Save to Library. Topic 2, Microsoft's Privacy Principles. This topic explores Microsoft's core privacy principles, which guide how personal data is collected, used, and protected. These principles include transparency, security, minimizing data collection, and giving users control over their information. Microsoft's commitment to user privacy. Microsoft's products and services run on trust. At Microsoft, we value, protect, and defend privacy. We believe in transparency, so that people and organizations can control their data and have meaningful choices in how it's used. We empower and defend the privacy choices of every person who uses our products and services. 6 Principles of Microsoft's Privacy. Control. Microsoft will not use your data without your agreement, and when we have your agreement, we use your data to provide only the services you have chosen. Your control over your data is reinforced by Microsoft compliance with broadly applicable privacy laws and privacy standards. Transparency. We only process your data based on your agreement and in accordance with the strict policies and procedures that we've contractually agreed to. When we deploy subcontractors or sub-processors to perform work that requires access to your data, they can perform only the functions that Microsoft has hired them to provide. Security. With state-of-the-art encryption, Microsoft protects your data both at rest and in transit. Our encryption protocols erect barriers against unauthorized access to the data, including 2 or more independent encryption layers to protect against compromises of any one layer. Strong legal protections. Microsoft defends your data through clearly defined and well-established response policies and processes, strong contractual commitments, and if necessary, the courts. We believe all government requests for your data should be directed to you. No content-based targeting. Not using email, chat, files, or other personal content to target advertising. We do not share your data with advertiser-supported services, nor do we mine it for any purposes like marketing research or advertising. Benefits to you. When Microsoft does collect data, it's used to benefit you, the customer, and to make your experiences better. Topic 3, Microsoft's Priva. This topic presents Microsoft Priva, a privacy management solution that helps organizations identify and manage personal data responsibly. It supports compliance with privacy regulations by providing insights into data usage, automating privacy risk mitigation, and enabling user rights fulfillment. Microsoft's Priva. Microsoft Priva is a comprehensive set of privacy solutions that support privacy operations across your organization's entire digital estate and enables your organization to consolidate privacy protection across your data landscape, streamline compliance to regulations, and mitigate privacy risk. Topic 3, Microsoft's Priva. This topic presents Microsoft Priva, a privacy management solution that helps organizations identify and manage personal data responsibly. It supports compliance with privacy regulations by providing insights into data usage, automating privacy risk mitigation, and enabling user rights fulfillment. Privacy assessments. Priva Privacy Assessments automates the discovery, documentation, and evaluation of personal data use across your entire data estate. Using this regulatory independent solution, you can automate privacy assessments and build a complete compliance record for the responsible use of personal data. Privacy Risk Management. Microsoft Priva Privacy Risk Management gives you the capability to set up policies that identify privacy risks in your Microsoft 365 environment and enable easy remediation. Tracker Scanning. Priva Tracker Scanning empowers organizations to automate the identification of tracking technologies across multiple web properties, driving the efficient management of website privacy compliance. With Tracker Scanning you can automate scans for trackers, evaluate and manage web trackers, and streamline compliance reporting. Consent Management. Consent models refer to the approaches used by organizations to obtain, manage, and record user consent for the collection, processing, and sharing of personal data. Privacy consent management is a regulatory independent solution for streamlining the management of consented personal data. Subject rights requests. In accordance with certain privacy regulations around the world, individuals may make requests to review or manage the personal data about themselves that companies have collected. Microsoft Purview can help you handle these inquiries through the Subject Rights Requests solution. Microsoft's Purview Portal. The new Purview Portal, Purview, has a unified experience that streamlines navigation for all Purview solutions and provides a single entry point for settings, search, and roles and permissions management. Lesson 2. Determining compliance management capabilities of Microsoft Purview. Introduction. Organizations must stay in line with compliance-related legal, regulatory, and privacy standards to protect their customers, partners, and themselves. Microsoft 365 provides tools and capabilities to enable organizations to manage compliance. The Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal is the portal for organizations to manage their compliance needs using integrated solutions for information protection, data lifecycle management, insider risk management, auditing, and more. In this unit, you'll learn about the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal. You'll learn about Compliance Manager and Compliance Score, which can help organizations manage, simplify, and improve compliance across their organization. Topic 1. Purview Compliance Portal. This topic introduces the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal, a centralized platform for managing data protection, regulatory compliance, and risk. It provides access to tools and insights that help organizations monitor and improve their compliance posture across Microsoft services. Purview Compliance Portal. Microsoft Purview is a set of solutions that can help you govern, protect, and manage data in your organization. It has a streamlined design and unified experience that helps you discover and access data security, data governance, and risk and compliance solutions for all your data. When you first navigate to and open the Microsoft Purview portal, a welcome dialog appears that provides a brief overview of the new portal experience. After agreeing to the terms and privacy conditions, select Get Started to follow teaching bubbles that highlight key areas of the new portal experience. Afterwards, you'll see the new home page displayed. The home page is your starting point for accessing all Microsoft Purview solutions, portal-wide settings, summary information about your data, and more. Global Search. To view the consolidated search results page, select the links to view all results at the bottom of any section listed in the search results drop-down or select the search arrow on the right side of the search bar. To filter the displayed results by section on the search results page, select the All, Navigation, Users, or Resources link at the top of the page. To view all results in each section, select Show More. Solution cards and the Solutions page. Solution cards on the portal home page allow you to quickly access and open the Microsoft Purview solutions that you have access to. The displayed view for these cards is predefined and can't be customized with specific cards. To view and manage all solutions you have access to and that aren't listed in the solution card list, select View All Solutions. From the Solutions page, you can select solutions in the Core section to set up and configure app experiences across Microsoft Purview or use the Risk and Compliance, Data Governance, and Data Security sections to directly view and manage specific Microsoft Purview solutions. Use the predefined filters to view solutions by area, or use the search box to find a specific solution by keyword. Related portals. Access related portals and solutions to help you manage all aspects of data analytics, data privacy, user identity, and more in your organization. These cards provide quick access to the following management and resource portals. Microsoft Purview. Microsoft Fabric. Microsoft Defender. Microsoft Entra. Microsoft Service Trust. Discover your data. The Discover Your Data card helps you discover your organization's data, see where it's stored, and understand how it's being used. You can use Search the Unified Catalog to quickly find the data you're looking for and filter search results by business terms, classifications, and contacts. You can also use Open Unified Catalog to open the Unified Catalog solution to further browse, search, and discover data assets across your organization. Compliance Posture Status. This section includes cards that display summary information from the Compliance Manager solution about your organization's compliance posture. The percentages reflect progress toward completing the requirements of regulatory assessments. The Posture Breakdown section highlights completion rates for your organization's top assessments and the services covered by the assessments. Select Assess using Compliance Manager or explore Posture Breakdown to visit Compliance Manager, where you can view, add, and manage assessments. Knowledge Center. The Knowledge Center card highlights articles, product demos, tutorials, and other learning materials to help you succeed with Microsoft Purview. Select Go to the Knowledge Center to open the Knowledge Center page and to view all available learning materials. Use the predefined filters to view Knowledge Center items by solution area, or use the search box to find a specific item by keyword. Topic 2, Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager. This topic explores Compliance Manager, a feature within the Purview portal that helps organizations assess and manage compliance risks. It offers pre-built assessments, actionable recommendations, and tracking tools to simplify regulatory compliance efforts. Compliance Manager. Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager is a feature in the Microsoft Purview Compliance portal that helps admins to manage an organization's compliance requirements with greater ease and convenience. Compliance Manager Dashboard. The Compliance Manager Dashboard shows the current compliance score. This helps admins to see what needs attention, and guides them to key improvement actions. Key elements of Compliance Manager. Controls. A control is a requirement of a regulation, standard, or policy. It defines how to assess and manage system configuration, organizational process, and people responsible for meeting a specific requirement of a regulation, standard, or policy. Controls for Microsoft Cloud Services, which Microsoft is responsible for implementing. Sometimes referred to as customer-managed controls, these are implemented and managed by the organization. Responsibility for implementing these controls is shared by the organization and Microsoft. Assessments. An assessment is a grouping of controls from a specific regulation, standard, or policy. Completing the actions within an assessment helps to meet the requirements of a standard, regulation, or law. Compliance Manager provides templates to help admins to quickly create assessments. Regulations. The Regulations page in Compliance Manager displays the list of regulations and certifications for which Compliance Manager provides control mapping templates. Compliance Manager provides over 360 regulatory templates from which you can quickly create assessments. Improvement Actions. Improvement actions help centralize compliance activities. Each improvement action provides recommended guidance that's intended to help organizations to align with data protection regulations and standards. Benefits of Compliance Manager in Purview portal. Translating complicated regulations, standards, company policies, or other control frameworks into a simple language. Providing access to a large variety of out-of-the-box assessments and custom assessments to help organizations with their unique compliance needs. Mapping regulatory controls against recommended improvement actions. Providing step-by-step guidance on how to implement the solutions to meet regulatory requirements. Helping admins and users to prioritize actions that have the highest impact on their organizational compliance by associating a score with each action. Key takeaway. In summary, Compliance Manager in Purview portal helps organizations measure progress in completing actions that help reduce risks around data protection and regulatory standards. Topic 3, Benefits of Compliance Score. This topic explains the Compliance Score, a metric provided by Compliance Manager that reflects an organization's progress toward meeting data protection and regulatory requirements. It helps prioritize actions, measure improvement, and demonstrate accountability. Compliance Score. O. Compliance score measures progress in completing recommended improvement actions within controls. O. The score can help an organization to understand its current compliance posture and prioritize actions based on their potential to reduce risk. Admins can get a breakdown of the compliance score in the Compliance Manager Overview pane. Understanding the compliance score. Your improved actions, actions that the organization is expected to manage. Microsoft actions, actions that Microsoft manages for the organization. Understanding the compliance score. O. Mandatory, these actions shouldn't be bypassed. O. For example, creating a policy to set requirements for password length or expiration. O. Discretionary, these actions depend on the user's understanding and adhering to a policy. O. For example, a policy where users are required to ensure their devices are locked before they leave them. Understanding the compliance score. Preventative actions are designed to handle specific risks, like using encryption to protect data at rest if there were breaches or attacks. O. Detective actions actively monitor systems to identify irregularities that could represent risks, or that can be used to detect breaches or intrusions. O. Examples of these types of actions are system access audits, or regulatory compliance audits. Corrective actions help admins to minimize the adverse effects of security incidents, by undertaking corrective measures to reduce their immediate effect or possibly even reverse damage. Lesson 3, Explaining Information Protection, Data Lifecycle Management, and Data Governance Capabilities of Microsoft Purview. Introduction. Organizations need to find, classify, and protect all types of information, including financial and personal data. This must be done to ensure customers, employees, and the organization are protected from risks, while still being able to find and access the data they need. In this unit, you'll learn about Microsoft Purview solutions to help you govern, protect, and manage your entire data estate. Topic 1, Data Classification Capabilities. This topic introduces how Microsoft Purview helps organizations identify and label sensitive data across their environment. Data classification enables better visibility, risk management, and enforcement of security and compliance policies. Data classification capabilities. Identifying and classifying sensitive items that are under your organization's control is the first step in the information protection discipline. Microsoft Purview provides 3 ways of identifying items so that they can be classified. Manually by users. Automated pattern recognition. Machine learning. Sensitive information types. Sensitive information types, SIT, are pattern-based classifiers. They have set patterns that can be used to identify them. For example, an identification number in a country/region may be based on a specific pattern, like this. Built-in sensitive information types. Credit card. Passport ID. Bank account no. Wealth service no. Trainable classifiers. Trainable classifiers use AI and machine learning to intelligently classify your data. They're most useful classifying data unique to an organization like specific kinds of contracts, invoices, or customer records. 2 types are O. Pre-trained classifiers. Microsoft has created and pre-trained many classifiers that you can start using without training them. These classifiers will appear with the status of ready to use. Microsoft Purview comes with 5 pre-trained classifiers that detect and classify things like resumes, source code, harassment, profanity, and threat, relates to committing violence or doing physical harm. O. Pre-trained classifiers. Microsoft has created and pre-trained many classifiers that you can start using without training them. These classifiers will appear with the status of ready to use. Microsoft Purview comes with 5 pre-trained classifiers that detect and classify things like resumes, source code, harassment, profanity, and threat, relates to committing violence or doing physical harm. Understand and explore the data. To help administrators to easily derive insights and understanding, the Overview section of the Data Classification pane in Compliance Portal provides many details immediately, including O. The number of items classified as sensitive information and which classifications they are. O. Details on the locations of data based on sensitivity. O. Summary of actions that users are taking on sensitive content across the organization. Content Explorer. The Content Explorer is available as a tab in the Data Classification pane of Compliance Portal. It enables administrators to gain visibility into the content that has been summarized in the Overview pane. There are two roles that grant access to Content Explorer. O. Content Explorer List Viewer. O. Content Explorer Content Viewer. Activity Explorer. Topic 2, Content and Activity Explorer. This topic presents the Content and Activity Explorer tools in Microsoft Purview, which allow administrators to monitor data usage and user activity. These tools help detect unusual behavior, track sensitive data movement, and support investigations. Content and Activity Explorer. Activity Explorer. Activity Explorer allows you to monitor what's being done with your labeled content. You can sort and filter by the following: data range, activity type, location, sensitivity label, user, client IP, data hunting. Security Copilot skills use of all the data available to Microsoft Purview, filters and filter sets available in Activity Explorer, and uses machine learning to provide you with insights into the activity on your data that is most important to you. O. Show me the top 5 activities from the past week. O. Filter and investigate activities. O. Find files used in specific activities. Activity type events and alerts. O. This table lays out the events that are triggered in Activity Explorer for 3 sample policy configurations, depending on whether or not a policy match is detected. Content Explorer. Content Explorer allows you to natively view the items that were summarized on the Overview page. For encrypted documents, the document preview is not available, and download is disabled to mitigate any security risks. Content Explorer, Permissions. In order to get access to the Content Explorer tab, an account must be assigned membership in any one of these roles or role groups in Microsoft Entra ID. Compliance Admin, Security Admin, Compliance Data Admin. The roles mentioned in the previous slide grant access to Content Explorer, such as O. Content Explorer List Viewer. Membership in this role group allows you to see each item and its location in list view. The Data Classification List Viewer role has been pre-assigned to this role group. O. Content Explorer Content Viewer. Membership in this role group allows you to view the contents of each item in the list. The Data Classification Content Viewer role has been pre-assigned to this role group. Additionally, this role is also required to view name of items in list view, which may contain sensitive data. Steps in accessing Content Explorer. 1. Sign into the Microsoft Purview Portal Solutions Data Lifecycle Management Explorer's Content Explorer. 2. If you know the name of the label, or the sensitive information type, you can type that into the filter box. 3. Alternately, you can browse for the item by expanding the label type and selecting the label from the list. 4. Select a location under All Locations and drill down the folder structure to the item. 5. Double-click to open the item natively in Content Explorer. Topic 3, Sensitivity Labels and Sensitivity Labels Policies. This topic explains how sensitivity labels classify and protect data based on its sensitivity level. Label policies define how and where labels are applied, helping enforce encryption, access restrictions, and visual markings across documents and emails. Sensitivity labels and sensitivity label policies. Sensitivity labels enable the labeling and protection of content, without affecting productivity and collaboration. With sensitivity labels, organizations can decide on labels to apply to content such as emails and documents, much like different stamps are applied to physical documents. Qualities of labels. O. Customizable. Admins can create different categories specific to the organization, such as personal, public, confidential, and highly confidential. O. Clear text. Because each label is stored in clear text in the content's metadata, third-party apps and services can read it and then apply their own protective actions, if necessary. Persistent, after you apply a sensitivity label to content, the label is stored in the metadata of that email or document. The label then moves with the content, including the protection settings, and this data becomes the basis for applying and enforcing policies. Sensitivity labels configuration. Encrypt email only or both email and documents. Mark the content when Office apps are used. Marking the content includes adding watermarks, headers, or footers. Headers or footers can be added to emails or documents. Watermarks can be applied to documents but not to email. Apply the label automatically in Office apps or recommend a label. Admins choose the types of sensitive information to be labeled. The label can be applied automatically or configured to prompt users to apply the recommended label. Protect content in containers such as sites and groups. This label configuration doesn't result in documents being automatically labeled. Instead, the label settings protect content by controlling access to the container where documents are stored. Extend sensitivity labels to third-party apps and services. The Microsoft Purview Information Protection SDK enables third-party apps to read sensitivity labels and apply protection settings. Classify content without using any protection settings. A classification can be assigned to content, just like a sticker, that persists and roams with the content as it's used and shared. The classification can be used to generate usage reports and view activity data for sensitive content. The image shows the settings for a sensitivity label named Confidential Finance, which includes settings for encryption, content marking, and auto-labeling for files and emails. Label policies. Sensitivity labels created needs to be published to make them available to people in the organization. They are published through label policies. This enables admins to choose the users and groups that can see labels. Labels can be published to specific users, distribution groups, Microsoft 365 groups in Microsoft Entra ID, and more. Apply a default label to all new emails and documents that the specified users and groups create. Users can always change the default label if they believe the document or email has been mislabeled. Require justifications for label changes. If a user wants to remove a label or replace it, admins can require the user to provide a valid justification to complete the action. The user will be prompted to provide an explanation for why the label should be changed. Require users to apply a label, mandatory labeling. It ensures a label is applied before users can save their documents, send emails, or create new sites or groups. Link users to custom help pages. It helps users to understand what the different labels mean and how they should be used. Once a sensitivity label is applied to an email or document, any configured protection settings for that label are enforced on the content. Important note. Once a sensitivity label is applied to an email or document, any configured protection settings for that label are enforced on the content. Topic 4, Data Loss Prevention. This topic explores DLP policies that help prevent accidental or unauthorized sharing of sensitive information. Microsoft Purview DLP monitors and restricts data transfers across endpoints, email, and cloud apps to reduce the risk of data breaches. Data loss can harm an organization's customers, business processes, and the organization itself. Organizations need to prevent data loss by detecting risky behavior and preventing sensitive information from being shared inappropriately. Data loss prevention. In Microsoft Purview, you implement data loss prevention, DLP, by defining and applying DLP policies. With a DLP policy, you can identify, monitor, and automatically protect sensitive items across M365 services, Office apps, Windows 10, 11 Mac OS, on-premise files, cloud apps, Power BI. Protective actions of DLP policies. DLP policies are how you monitor activities that users take on sensitive items at rest, sensitive items in transit, or sensitive items in use and take protective actions. Protective actions that DLP policies can take include O show a pop-up policy tip to the user that warns them that they may be trying to share a sensitive item inappropriately. O block the sharing and, via a policy tip, allow the user to override the block and capture the user's justification. O block the sharing without the override option. O for data at rest, sensitive items can be locked and moved to a secure quarantine location. O for Teams chat, the sensitive information won't be displayed. DLP policy information. DLP policies can be created from predefined templates, or you can create a custom policy. No matter which you choose, all DLP policies require the same information. The following slides will teach you how you can create one. 1. Choose the type of data to monitor. Predefined policy templates allow you to choose from categories such as financial data, medical and health data, or privacy data for various countries and regions. Alternatively, you can create a custom policy that uses the available sensitive information types, retention labels, and sensitivity labels. 2. Choose administrative scoping. DLP policies can be applied to all users and groups by an unrestricted administrator, or they can be scoped to administrative units. Administrative units let you subdivide your organization into smaller units, and then assign specific administrators that can manage only the members of those units. 3. Choose the location where the policy will be applied, such as Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, and more. 4. Choose the conditions that must be matched for a policy to be applied to an item. 5. Choose the protective action to take when the policy conditions are met. What is endpoint data loss prevention? Endpoint DLP enables you to audit and manage the many activities users take on sensitive items that are physically stored Windows 10, Windows 11, or Mac OS devices. Examples are listed below. Create an item. Rename an item. Copy items to removable media. Copy items to network shares. Printing documents. Integration with Microsoft Security Copilot. Microsoft Purview Data Loss Prevention supports integration with Microsoft Security Copilot, through the standalone and embedded experiences. To experience this Copilot capability, organizations must be on board to Copilot, have enabled Copilot to access data from Microsoft 365 services, and users must have the appropriate role permissions. The Microsoft Purview capabilities, that you can view in the standalone experience by selecting the prompt icon and selecting all capabilities, are built-in prompts that you can use, but you can also enter your own prompts based on the capabilities supported. Sample Copilot Summary Alert. In the embedded experience, Copilot in Microsoft Purview Data Loss Prevention supports alert summarization. To access Copilot from within Microsoft Purview Data Loss Prevention, navigate to the Alerts queue to select the alert you want to review. Information about the alert and the option to summarize the alert are displayed. You select Summarize to have Copilot generate the alert summary. Topic 5, Records Management. This topic introduces records management capabilities that help organizations retain, declare, and dispose of business-critical records in a compliant manner. It supports regulatory requirements and ensures long-term data integrity. Records Management. Microsoft Purview Records Management helps an organization look after their legal obligations. It also helps to demonstrate compliance with regulations and increases efficiency with regular disposition of items that are no longer required to be kept, no longer of value, or no longer required for business purposes. Purview Records Management features. Labeling content as a record. Establishing retention and deletion policies within the record label. Triggering event-based retention. Reviewing and validating disposition. Proof of records deletion. Exporting information about disposed items. When content is labeled as a record, the following happens. Restrictions are put in place to block certain activities. Activities are logged. Proof of disposition is kept at the end of the retention period. Retention label sample. Items such as documents and emails can then be marked as records based on those retention labels. Items might be marked as records, but they can also be shown as regulatory records. Regulatory records provide other controls and restrictions such as 1. A regulatory label can't be removed when an item has been marked as a regulatory record. 2. The retention periods can't be made shorter after the label has been applied. Important. The most important difference is that if content has been marked as a regulatory record, nobody, not even a global administrator, can remove the label. Marking an item as a regulatory record can have irreversible consequences, and should only be used when necessary. As a result, this option isn't available by default, and has to be enabled by the administrator using PowerShell. Common use cases for records management. Enabling administrators and users to manually apply retention and deletion actions for documents and emails. Automatically applying retention and deletion actions to documents and emails. Enabling site admins to set default retain and delete actions for all content in a SharePoint library, folder, or document set. Enabling users to automatically apply retain and delete actions to emails by using Outlook rules. Take note. To ensure Microsoft Purview records management is used correctly across the organization, administrators can work with content creators to put together training materials. Documentation should explain how to apply labels to drive usage, and ensure a consistent understanding. Topic 6, Retention Policies, Retention Labels, and Retention Labels Policies. This topic explains how retention policies and labels manage the life cycle of data. They help organizations decide how long to keep or delete content, ensuring compliance with legal and business requirements while reducing storage risks. Retention policies, retention labels, and retention label policies. Retention policies and retention labels are important tools for data lifecycle management. They help organizations to manage and govern information by ensuring content is kept only for a required time, and then permanently deleted. This helps organizations comply proactively with industry regulations and internal policies that require content to be kept for a minimum time. Reduce risk when there's litigation or a security breach by permanently deleting old content that the organization is no longer required to keep. Ensure users work only with content that's current and relevant to them. Content that is no longer relevant should be deleted. Managing content requires two actions: retaining content and deleting content. Retaining content prevents permanent deletion and ensures content remains available for eDiscovery. Deleting content permanently deletes content from your organization. With the two retention actions mentioned in the previous slide, you can configure retention settings for the following outcomes. Retain only, retain content forever or for a specified period of time. Delete only, permanently delete content after a specified period of time. Retain and then delete, retain content for a specified period of time and then permanently delete it. Retention settings work with the following different workloads: SharePoint, OneDrive, MS Teams, Viva Engage, Exchange. Retention policies. Retention policies are used to assign the same retention settings to content at a site level or mailbox level. A single policy can be applied to multiple locations, or to specific locations or users. Items inherit the retention settings from their container specified in the retention policy. Retention labels. Retention labels are used to assign retention settings at an item level, such as a folder, document, or email. An email or document can have only a single retention label assigned to it at a time. Retention settings from retention labels travel with the content if it's moved to a different location within your Microsoft 365 tenant, but don't persist if the content is moved outside of your Microsoft 365 tenant. Admins can enable users in the organization to apply a retention label manually. A retention label can be applied automatically if it matches defined conditions. A default label can be applied for SharePoint documents. Retention labels support disposition review to review the content before it's permanently deleted. Topic 7, Unified Data Governance Solutions in Microsoft Purview. This topic highlights Microsoft Purview's unified approach to data governance, combining compliance, risk management, and data discovery. It enables organizations to manage data responsibly across hybrid and multi-cloud environments. Unified Data Governance Solutions in Microsoft Purview. The Microsoft Purview Governance Portal provides a unified data governance service that helps you manage your on-premises, multi-cloud, and software as a service, SaaS, data. The Microsoft Purview Governance Portal allows you to create a holistic, up-to-date map of your data landscape with automated data discovery, sensitive data classification, and end-to-end data lineage. Enable data curators to manage and secure your data estate. Empower data consumers to find valuable, trustworthy data. Microsoft Purview Data Governance Solutions leverage AI and modern technologies to ensure data quality, security, and compliance while also accelerating value creation. Key benefits of unified data governance. Good data governance helps reveal your data's business value and simplifies data management as your data estate grows. It provides important benefits to the different data roles. For organization. Data discovery helps you easily find the data you need. Secure access facilitates safe access to your data. Data understanding, providing what you need to know about the data. For data owners and stewards. Data curation and management helps you deliver high-quality data that's easy to understand and safely access for organization-wide applications. Responsible data use helps you ensure that your data is used by intended users for intended purposes. Impact analysis, understand actions on the data that may impact your data. For data officers and CXO stakeholders. Data value creation, maximize value creation from your data while reducing operations spend. Data estate standardization, create common controls across your data estate with federated accountability so your data is healthy and safe. Key takeaway. Historically, data governance has been a defense mechanism, a way to make sure your data is secure and compliant. But good data governance also makes your data more visible to your users and provides many opportunities to reunite your business with the data that fuels it. Lesson 4, Describing Insider Risk, eDiscovery, and Audit Capabilities in Microsoft Purview. Introduction. Insider threats and risks from illegal, inappropriate, unauthorized, or unethical behavior and actions are a major issue for all companies and can easily go undetected until it is too late. From IP theft to data leaks to many other scenarios, protecting the data within an organization from inadvertent or malicious actions is paramount for any organization. Microsoft's insider risk management policies can help organizations minimize threats while achieving the right balance between keeping their data protected and their people productive. Topic 1: Insider Risk Management. This topic introduces insider risk management in Microsoft Purview, which helps detect and mitigate potential risks from within an organization such as data leaks, policy violations, or malicious activity by analyzing user behavior and triggering alerts based on predefined risk indicators. Insider Risk Management. Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management is a solution that helps minimize internal risks by enabling an organization to detect, investigate, and act on risky and malicious activities. Other risks are driven by internal events and employee activities that can be eliminated and avoided. Managed risks. Leak of sensitive data. Confidentiality violations. Intellectual property theft. Fraud. Insider trading. Regulatory compliance violations. Principles of insider risk management. Transparency. Balance user privacy versus organization risk with privacy by design architecture. Configurable policies based on industry, geographical, and business groups. Integrated workflow across Microsoft Purview solutions. Actionable, provides insights to enable user notifications, data investigations, and user investigations. IRM workflow. Policies. Insider risk management policies are created using predefined templates and policy conditions that define what risk indicators are examined in Microsoft 365 feature areas. These conditions include how indicators are used for alerts, what users are included in the policy, which services are prioritized, and the monitoring time period. Alerts. Alerts are automatically generated by risk indicators that are displayed in the Alerts page, which provides a quick view of all alerts needing review, open alerts over time, and alert statistics for the organization. DLP alerts can also be viewed in the Microsoft Defender portal that provide a comprehensive view into potential policy violations. Triage. New activities that need investigation automatically generate alerts that are assigned a needs review status. Alerts are resolved by opening a new case, assigning the alert to an existing case, or dismissing the alert. Investigate. Cases are created for alerts that require deeper review and investigation of the details and circumstances around the policy match. This area is where risk activities, policy conditions, alerts details, and user details are synthesized into an integrated view for reviewers. Action. After cases are investigated, reviewers can quickly act to resolve the case or collaborate with other risk stakeholders in the organization. Escalating a case for investigation makes it possible to transfer data and management of the case to eDiscovery in Microsoft Purview. Topic 2. eDiscovery Solutions in Microsoft Purview. This topic explores eDiscovery tools that support legal and compliance investigations. Microsoft Purview's eDiscovery capabilities allow organizations to identify, preserve, collect, and export content across Microsoft 365 services, streamlining the legal discovery process. eDiscovery Solutions in Microsoft Purview. Electronic discovery, or eDiscovery, is the process of identifying and delivering electronic information that can be used as evidence in legal cases. 3 eDiscovery Solutions. Content search. Search for content. Keyword queries and search conditions. Export search results. Role-based permissions. eDiscovery, standard. Search and export. Case management. Legal hold. eDiscovery, premium. Custodian management. Legal hold notifications. Advanced indexing. Review set filtering. Tagging. Analytics. Predictive coding models. And more. Content search. Use the content search tool to search for content across Microsoft 365 data sources and then export the search results to a local computer. eDiscovery, standard. It is a solution that builds on the basic search and export functionality of content search by enabling you to create eDiscovery cases and assign eDiscovery managers to specific cases. It also lets you associate searches and exports with a case and lets you place an eDiscovery hold on content locations relevant to the case. eDiscovery, premium. It is a solution that builds on the existing capabilities in eDiscovery, standard. In addition, it provides an end-to-end workflow to identify, preserve, collect, review, analyze, and export content. It lets legal teams manage custodians, people that you've identified as people of interest in the case, and the workflow to communicate with custodians. Take note. To access any of the eDiscovery-related tools, a user must be assigned the appropriate permissions. Specifically, a user must be added as a member of the eDiscovery Manager role group in the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal. Important. To access any of the eDiscovery-related tools, a user must be assigned the appropriate permissions. Specifically, a user must be added as a member of the eDiscovery Manager role group in the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal. Topic 3, Audit Solutions in Microsoft Purview. This topic presents auditing features that provide visibility into user and admin activities across Microsoft services. Audit logs help organizations monitor access, track changes, and investigate incidents supporting compliance, security, and operational transparency. Audit Solutions in Microsoft Purview. Auditing solutions in Microsoft Purview help organizations effectively respond to security events, forensic investigations, internal investigations, and compliance obligation. 2 Auditing solutions. Audit, standard, provides you with the ability to log and search for audited activities and power your forensic, IT, compliance, and legal investigations. Audit, standard, is turned on by default for all organizations with the appropriate subscription. You can search for a wide range of audited activities that occur in most of the Microsoft 365 services in your organization. Audit records can also be retrieved using the Office 365 Management Activity API. You can export the audit records returned by the search to a CSV file, enabling further analysis using Microsoft Excel or Excel Power Query. Audit, Premium, builds on the capabilities of Audit, Standard. Audit, Premium, provides audit log retention policies and longer retention of audit records. It provides intelligent insights that can help you investigate possible breaches and determine the scope of compromise. Audit, Premium, also provides organizations with more bandwidth to access auditing logs through the Office 365 Management Activity API. Take note. In Audit, Standard, and Audit, Premium, audit records are retained and searchable in the audit log for 180 days. It can take anywhere from 30 minutes to 24 hours after an event occurs for the corresponding audit log record to be returned in the results of an audit log search. Take note. Licensing for Audit, Standard, or Audit, Premium, requires the appropriate organization-level subscription and corresponding per-user licensing. Admins and members of investigation teams must be assigned the view-only audit logs or audit logs role in Exchange Online to search the audit log.